Right now on Up with Krem, the hot temperatures can make the inside of your car very dangerous. This morning, Brandon T. Jones is letting us know how long it takes for your vehicle to reach unbearable temperatures.
Yeah, when it's hot outside, it means it's even hotter inside of your car. This morning, we're talking about the do's and don'ts of what you should do when it's heated up.
And we're going to take you outside, talk about some of that heat. Today, we're back up near 90, but today is kind of our last cool day before the warm weather arrives.
And Spokane's newest league is the Soccer League. 2 United Soccer League teams are coming to Spokane when you can see that first team roster in the Inland Northwest.
Good morning and welcome to Up with Krem. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Dana Marie McNichol. We are tracking breaking news from overnight. Firefighters battled a car fire at the intersection of North Monroe Street and Dalton Avenue.
Yeah, so take a look at your screen here. This is video from Shanoa Ellsworth.
Crews remained on scene to make sure there were no flare-ups last night. No one was reported injured during that fire. The cause of that is still under investigation.
All right, it is 5:01 and my goodness, it is just going to be hot and gosh, it's a little windy this morning too.
Yes.
But I learned something. Jeremy tells me that it's that wind that's going to usher in that hot weather and that'll move out. So let's get to meteorologist Jeremy Lagoon now in the Outdoor Weather Center. Jeremy, okay, break this down. What did you explain to me this morning? You can explain it much better than I can.
All right, so it's a somewhat unique one. Well, no, not at all. Okay, it's one of those ones that it happens every time we get an exchanging of air masses. So when you go from warm temperatures to cold temperatures or cold temperatures to warm temperatures, you need wind. You need something to bring about that change. And that's exactly what we had early on this morning. Wind was blowing pretty good when Tim and I walked into the building around 4 a.m. Now it seems things calmed down. I look around, I think our wind is blowing at about 10 miles per hour. And at the airport, they say something similar. Southwest at just 8 miles per hour, and temperatures are quite a bit cooler than where we were yesterday. And if I look up in the sky, I go, yeah, this all makes sense. A lack of cloud cover. Our wind is significantly died down from where it was 24 hours ago. So temperatures wind up dropping a bit more. We're at 66 in Coeur d'Alene, 61 up in Sandpoint, and temps in the mid 60s in Moses Lake and down in Othello. Wenatchee, you're up to about 69 already. But that wind continues to die down. By this afternoon, our big old ridge of high pressure settles in, and that's when we wind up seeing everything just kind of calm down, but then that's when we get the stagnant air, and that's when things really start heating up. So this afternoon, we're warm, but in the days to come, we're talking excessive heat across the Inland Northwest.
All right, Jeremy, thanks so much. Well, the summer heat is on and the blazing temperatures can be very dangerous, especially inside your vehicle.
That's right. That's why Brandon T. Jones is live, where how fast your car can heat up in these hot temperatures. Good morning.
Good morning, Tim, Dana Marie. Yeah, this morning I'll be spending the day inside of a car, watching this thermometer that I've placed inside at the front, checking out what the temperatures are like as we continue to go through the morning. Right now it says 70 degrees, and when you're inside of a car, it can get a lot hotter, especially when the temperatures are risen up outside. So take a look at this. Back in 2018, there were 52 hot car related deaths. That is up 21% from 2017. A child can heat up 3 to 5 times faster than adults. In just 10 minutes, the temperature inside a car can rise 19 degrees. This right here is a graph of how outside temperatures can affect the temps inside your car. In 70-degree weather, your car can hit almost 120 degrees in 1 hour. And if it's 95 degrees, the interior of a car can reach temperatures exceeding 140 degrees after an hour. The majority of hot car deaths at 53% happen because someone forgets a child in a car. Here are a couple of tips for keeping your child safe. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, check for a baby. Parents and caregivers should get in the habit of always looking inside your car before locking the doors. 2, keep your car locked. The second leading cause of hot car deaths is children getting into unattended vehicles. Get in the habit of always locking your car doors and trunk year round. And 3, never leave your child alone. And 4, if you see a child alone in a car, make sure the child is okay and responsive. If not, call 911 immediately. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I park outside and especially if the car is facing the sun. I hop in and you know how you get that seatbelt onto the back of your arm. You know how hot it gets inside of cars, so just be cognizant of that, especially over the next week. Told you over the course of this morning, we're going to be checking the thermometer, just seeing how much it rises. So we'll be doing that. And for right now, I'll toss it back to you, Tim, Dana Marie.
All right,
Some
thank you so
really
much,
great, important reminders. You know, we
Right.
hate that we have to talk about some of these things, but you know, hopefully someone's hearing it, and it's just that reminder for them throughout this next week as it heats up.
Triple digits, here we come. All right, doctors are also warning people to look out for these signs of heat illness as the temperatures rise this weekend.
That's right, and this morning we do have Nicole Hernandez joining us with what signs and how people can cool down. Good morning, Nicole.
Yeah, that's right, guys. So it's really dizziness, nausea, muscle cramps, headaches. Those are the signs of heat illness. And experts say that as soon as you start feeling any of those symptoms, that's the time to start cooling your body down immediately. So there's a bunch of ways you can do that. But first up, of course, is taking a cold shower. Then if you can, you have to get out of the tight clothing. If you're wearing any tight clothing, then slowly drink a cool beverage. That'll cool you down from the inside as well. If you don't feel better after doing these things, get a doctor. If you're a parent, also make sure you're mindful of your kids, that they're getting enough water too, and watching out for those signs in them as well.
Dehydration can happen quickly, even if you're playing in a pool. Small bodies have a lot of water and they have very small reserves, so they're quicker to dehydrate. And you can't use thirst as a mechanism. It's not as acute. So kids will lose water through sweat. They will also lose water through increased breathing. So mild dehydration you'll see with flushed skin, they'll have dry lips and tongue, and the young kids will get cranky and irritable, where the older ones may get a little dizzy or headachy.
And also make sure that you're checking in on people who don't have people to check in on them. People that you know may not be very tolerant of heat, that have trouble in the heat, who might need help throughout this weekend. In Spokane, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Nicole, thank you. And if you would like to know more about this week's heat wave, ways to keep cool, or how to save on your energy bill, you can text the word HEAT to 509-448-2000 and we'll send a link to your phone. It's 5:07 now. It's time for your morning rush. More news in less time.
Washington's eviction moratorium is set to expire 1 week from today on June 30th, but we're told Governor Inslee plans to extend it. Governor's office says it will be a short-term extension. Details about the plans are expected tomorrow. Now, nationally, the Biden administration is expected to extend the federal eviction ban through July. The current order also expires at the end of the month. According to sources, officials need another month to get the billions of dollars in federal rental assistance that renters need.
Well, this next story is quite disturbing. A pair of Hayden homeowners were shocked when they came home from a barbecue to find their dog shot in the eye with a pellet gun. According to our news partners at the Coeur d'Alene Press, the owners received an alert from their outdoor security camera. They told the paper that when they came home, they found their dog hiding in a bush with both of his eyes swollen shut. When they took him to the vet, x-rays showed a pellet was lodged into his eye socket. The dog's eye had to be removed, and the owners told police that their neighbor admitted to them that he shot the dog. The owners plan to pursue a civil case.
An Idaho man who drowned trying to save his 3 young cousins is being honored for his heroism. 34-year-old Kiwi Michael Pestana has been honored with the Carnegie Medal, the highest civilian honor for his heroism. So back in April of 2019, Pestana jumped into the Salmon River after the canoe carrying his cousins and their father tipped over. Pestana was deaf and could not speak. He was pulled into a circular current and drowned in the river. All 3 children and their father were able to get out safely down a half-mile of that river.
Here it goes. It's moved.
Oh, okay. Well, talk about breaking wind. My goodness. Oh, no. Last night, the Boise area got hit with a windstorm, and as you can see, it blew this porta potty down the street of this neighborhood. So we don't know when or where the porta potty stopped, but it did leave some,
oh gosh,
can I say this?
Yes.
Skid marks. Oh my gosh. So wrong, but also very funny. What would you do if you saw a porta potty just floating down the street?
I'd get out of its way. That's all I know.
Yeah, for real. All right, and that is your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #WithKrem on social media.
And coming up, a new tool is helping firefighters find the fires to fight.
We can learn a lot about what that fire is doing before we get there.
After the break, we'll show you how the new technology will help this wildfire season.
And a man was killed when the car his girlfriend was driving crashed. Now his mother is speaking out.
I want her to pay for killing my son.
Coming up, what she says happened during the crash.
And temperatures are on the rise today. We're starting out a bit cooler than yesterday, but sunshine will help bump our temperatures back up to where they were yesterday afternoon. That's 90 degrees.